Testing, testing. This is your stage manager, just going to run through my announcement for opening nights tomorrow. Welcome everyone to this performance of Aladdin, presented by members of the Gusset and Naval Amateur Dramatic Society, and written and directed by our very own Harry Stoke-Rat. Please take your seats. The performance will begin in 5 minutes.
Good evening. I'm Detective Inspector Ivor Biggin. I'm sorry to have to inform you that your director, Mr. Harry Stoke-Rats, has been pronounced dead. It may just be a horrible accident, but our preliminary inquiries suggest that the gantry support wires have been partially cut through, so they would not support his weight. I'm afraid that you will have to remain here while our inquiries continue. Why don't you carry on with your dress rehearsal? I'm sure that Harry would have wanted you to. The show must go on and all that. Yes?
He's right. Come on, everybody. Act 1.
My name's Aladdin, and I'm the chap who does his best to get the clap from every single person who shouts with gusto behind you.
I am Princess Bad Labrador. You're not a dog, I hear you roar.
Oh yes, you are.
I love Aladdin with such passion. I'd love to howl in doggy fashion. Ow!
My name, you know, is Widow Twanky, and although I may seem slightly manky, surprises come in sudden spurts whenever I lift up my skirts.
My name is Tickle. This name's Tess. I'm one of the twins, you might just guess. My sisters ran off. What a shock. Got tied up with a strapping jock.
My name is Sundoshi. I made a film before we met. It's called My Horrible Laundrette.
I'm the story's fairy G. I'm very docile. Wait and see. My skirt is grass. I'm not so scary. You see, I'm just a mild green fairy.
I am the genie of the show. If you have hearts, just watch me grow. I get the ladies mighty damp when I come splashing from my lamp.
I bet you've guessed there's someone bad in our new version of Aladdin, so don't forget to boo and hiss. Just don't sit there and take the mick.
So ends Act 1. Act 2 comes later. Oh yes, as well, I'm the narrator. I tell the jokes and do the links. Don't give a toss what no one thinks.
Inspector Biggin wants us to give some information about ourselves to help with his inquiries.
That's correct. And can I start with you, sir?
Certainly. I'm Sean DeLay. I'm Gusset or Naval's answer to Lovejoy. I buy and sell all sorts of antiques and was recently called in by Harry to replace the old furniture at Gusset Hall with some more modern examples. I was so pleased to be granted my wish to play the genie that I volunteered to lend a van load of props, which I brought down this afternoon to set up.
Adrian Swall. I'm a builder. I'm not from round here, but I run a business in the Gusset called Swall's Walls. I recently built an extension at Gusset Hall, and that's where I met Harry. He persuaded me to join Gonads because they were short of male thespians.
My name's Annie Seed. I run the local sweet shop, Gobstoppers. It's one of the few remaining old-fashioned sweet shops in the country. Harry was my stepfather when he married my mother, Peach. He then moved into Gusset Hall, and I moved into a flat above my shop.
Nazmo King here. I'm a comedian. I tour the country, playing working men's clubs and theatres. My stage name is Joe King. Do you see what I did there? My mother always said I was named after a sign she saw at a station, but I never knew whether to believe her or not. Anyway, she's no longer with us, so I can't ask her. I got to know Harry when my mum worked for her and volunteered my professional talents to help out the local amateur dramatic society.
My name is Best Before, and I own the new supermarket Dirt Cheap that's open this year. I believe in free enterprise, and I think there is plenty of business in the Gusset to support all of the local shops, as well as my supermarket. Harry suggested that I join the Whodunits so I could make more friends in the village with me being a newcomer.
Aye, everyone knows me. Stew and Dumplings. I own the local butchers, Stew's Meats. I'm renowned for my homemade pies, sausages and stews. I love playing with a twanky. It relieves the daily grind of trying to make ends meet. Following that, I've that new supermarket, Dirt Cheap, which we don't need.
Castrate, a local vet. I'm a strong girl, which helps in my job, especially when you have to deal with big bullocks. It is lovely to play the princess and be cast in that position.
I'm Connie Linktus and I own the local pharmacy store. I open 7 days a week and I'm looking to extend my premises to cope with all the business that I'm generating. And I'm so looking forward to playing Aladdin.
Right, come on then, let's crack on. Act 2.
This is Aladdin. My name's Tess. Our mum's called Twanky. She's a mess. Our elder brother's name is Wishy. Some girls think he's really dishy.
This story lacks a certain hook. I think our hero needs some luck. I'll let him buy an object rare, a lamp that is beyond compare.
This lamp is sitting on a pail. 1,000 years I've been in jail. So buy it, please, don't be a meanie. And then release this pissed off genie.
Where have you been, my little lad? I hope not doing something bad. Have you been fishing? What you caught? Have you been shopping? What you bought?
I've been out to a car boot sale. I've just bought a lamp and this old pail. But just before I hit the pub, I think I'll give them both a rub.
I am the genie of the lamp. Send parcel post without a stamp. No need to rub, no more old dishes. I'm here to grant you loads of wishes.
Aladdin, please, I ask for this thing. A glass that fills after drinking. If Genie lets you wish again, then ask him for another 10.
I saw a princess out today. She was so vibrant, young and gay. So my first wish will have to be, please make her have the hots for me.
That's funny. I just felt a dart as Cupid's arrow hit my heart. I found something to cure my boredom. I've fallen for Aladdin Jordan. Oh, well, that didn't go too bad, considering.
Yeah, considering, but we should be considering who killed Harry.
You're right, and on that subject, Nosmo, I found this newspaper cutting. I think you had a really good reason for killing Harry. Inquest shocker. The inquest concluded today into the death of Mrs. A. King. Mrs. King had recently lost her case at an industrial tribunal where she alleged unfair dismissal after being sacked by her employer, Harry Stoke-Rat, for whom she had worked as a secretary. She alleged that she had been sacked to make way for a dolly bird, but Mr. Stoke-Rat successfully argued that she was dismissed for theft after a silver ashtray was found in her handbag on leaving work. It appears Mrs. King was so upset at the ruling that she took her own life with a length of washing line. Neither Mrs. King's son, Nosmo, or her ex-employer Harry Stoke Rat were available for comment. Verdict, suicide.
I can't say I like the man, but I didn't kill him. We needed him. He was a great director.
A dictator, more like.
Really? Well, anyway, Sean, did Harry rip you off when he sold you a load of furniture? Because I found this. Crystal's Fine Art Auctioneers and Valuers to S.D. Lear. Dear Sir, thank you for submitting the batch of furniture described as lots 37 to 326. Fine examples of 18th century oak and mahogany furniture for including in our forthcoming auction. Unfortunately, it would appear that the items are clever reproductions of pieces we sold for a Mrs. P. Seed 5 years ago. We therefore suggest that you place the items in a local second-hand furniture sale, as they would not realise 1% of the reserve price which you placed on them. Yours faithfully, Chip Endale, Chief Auctioneer.
Well, he didn't actually say they were the original. And I should really have spotted the telltale signs. Anyway, I certainly wouldn't have resorted to violence over something like that.
Hey, do you know what? We'll only be able to perform this panto on Saturdays and Sundays, because Aladdin's lamp only burns at the weekend.
Have some respect. Harry's dead.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Bess, didn't I see you out with Harry yesterday? You were wearing a riding hat.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Has paid a horse that belonged to his late wife.
And what about you, Adrian? Didn't you lose a shed load of money when Harry's last venture failed? Well, that's what I've heard, and I've got this to prove it. Grab it and run licensed insolvency practitioners to a squire. Dear Sir, Reinvestment in Stoke Rat Ostrich Farm Limited. We refer to your recent inquiry following our final creditor's letter of the 25th inst. We can confirm that there is no prospect of any dividend to the unsecured creditors, of which you are one, including 50% shareholding of 50,000 £1 ordinary shares. We have also investigated the conduct of Mr. H. Stokerat and can confirm that he acted correctly under the rules of the Insolvency Act 1986. The payments to Mr. Stokerat covered the repayment of his secured loan. Yours faithfully, Ivor Bigfee.
Yes, I did lose a lot of money, but I'm a big boy. I recognise that investments can go down as well as up.
I found out that you were selling contaminated meat stew. I'm glad I'm a veggie. Listen to this. 2 trading standards. Analysis of meat pie. Stew's meat, 22nd of the 10th. The meat in this pie has been analysed and appears to be a mixture of dog, cat, guinea pig and snake. Please interview the owner of Stew's Meats, and if a prosecution is necessary, please pass on this file to the prosecuting office. Please be careful with the samples and results, as these are the originals and no copies have been kept. Analysis Laboratories Limited. Attached was this note. Stew, as chairman of Trading Standards, I was passed this letter. I know what you're up to, and if you let me have £1,000, I might become very careless and lose the file and the samples. Harry.
Well, I was doing a little recycling, but everyone loves my meat. Well, not you, of course. I even sell my meat on my website, www.choosestews.com.
Oh well, come on then. Coffee, then Act 3.
Come with me, lad, if you're my measure, and help me find a load of treasure. I need the password now, my son. I think the word is on a bun.
Open Big Mac. Burger King. The bloody door's not opening. Open hot dog, just for me. Even open sesame. Oh, I think I'll have to run down to the harbour. Now I've got confused with Ali Baba. Oh, Genie, come right here, you scamp. Open this door or it's the lamp.
The cave door opened. In jumped Al and passed the treasure to his pal, who even held his lamp for him, then locked him in the cave, so dim.
Wherever has my young man gone? I don't know what I've done wrong. I better have passed out an alarm. Ah, here comes that nice Avanana.
So nice to see you, Princess dear. I have Aladdin's message here. He says he doesn't want you now because you are an ugly cow.
That doesn't sound like little Squirt. He'll never dump a piece of skirt. He must have gone completely potty to dump a classy bit of totty.
Brother Al, it's not like that. He's missing. Oh, Ali, my hat. He said he's found a treasure cave. If he's trapped, I hope he's brave.
Oh, now I'm going to really worry. So call the cops in a hurry. Let me talk to that nice PC. He must put out an APB.
The time has come to rub my prize and watch it grow before my eyes. And just in case you think I'm camp, I'm not. I'm talking about the lamp.
Who summons me by rubbing faster? But wait, you're not my master. I won't serve you, you evil dork. I'm going back in. Where's my cork?
So, Princess, Al has gone and dumped you before he even went and humped you. The answer now is plain to see. Come quickly and marry me.
Well, I suppose it must be right. If Al thinks I look like shite, I've got the church already booked. Let's go ahead or I'll be in a mess.
So all is dark. Our hero's stuck. He thinks she doesn't give a hoot. So ends Act 3 with Al still trapped. This must be crap, or you'd have clapped.
Oh, well, that was hard going without Harry. And speaking of Harry, he seems to have found out you were up to no good, Bess. Is this true? Bess, I've received a copy of the following customer's letter through the local council. If you don't shack up with me, I'll let them know that you have been relabelling old produce and selling it. If you do as I ask, then you'll find that I'm very good at hushing things up. Yours lovingly, brackets, hopefully, close brackets, Harry. And here is the letter. To Gusset on Naval Trading Standards. Dear Sir, I recently bought a tin of fruit from Dirt Cheap, which was rotten when I opened it, although I'd only purchased it the day before. I sent it to the manufacturer, who told me it was part of a batch made 3 years ago. So, I must have made a mistake. As I've lost my receipt, I cannot prove date of purchase. I'm not trying to pull a fast one. Can you please investigate for me? Yours faithfully, Ida Trolleyful. We are hoping to put it all behind you.
I have been flouting the law a little, but it seems such a shame to waste perfectly good food. Anyway, if I decided to live with Harry, then that's my business.
Oh! Anyway, Annie, it could have been you. Did you kill Harry because he inherited Gusset Hall and you expected to get it? Now, I found this actually backstage, and it appears it's a solicitor's letter that must have dropped out of your handbag. It's addressed to Miss Speed, and it's Mrs. Peachstoke Rat deceased. But we have now completed the administration of your mother's estate, and we can confirm that Gusset Hall and its contents have now been transferred to Mr. H. Stoke Rat, in accordance with the terms of your mother's revised will made last month, shortly before her tragic death. Now, we trust that you will get tremendous enjoyment from your own specific legacy. The souvenir of Blackpool tea service may well become valuable one day. Signed, Mr. Malpractice, Senior Partner, Sootham and Laugh Solicitors.
I was disappointed when my mother changed her will, but Harry was still my stepfather, and I couldn't have murdered him.
How touching.
What about you, Kaz? Were you involved in Stu's meat scam? Because it appears that Harry was blackmailing you as well, according to this note. Kaz, the postman delivered the following by mistake. Don't tell me that you're involved in Stu's little scam. I think a donation of £1,000 to Harry's fund should maintain my silence and your vet's registration. Harry, Singeing Furs Pet Crematorium. Dear Kaz, have we done something wrong to have lost all your business? Up until 6 months ago, you were sending us over 600 bodies a month. Now we don't get any. Have you found an alternative supplier of pet disposal services? I would appreciate a phone call to discuss this. Signed, Barbecuum, owner.
Well, I have been doing my bit to save the planet by recycling any animals that have to be put down. Look, the meat is well cooked and everyone loves Stu's pies. It's not something I'd resort to killing a person over.
Well, Connie, I found a letter to you from the planning ombudsman. Ms. C. Linctus, the pharmacy, Gusset on Naval. Dear Ms. Linctus, regarding planning decision 322, shop extension with option to convert whole premises to residential use. We refer to your appeal against the above decision and will inform you that as Mr. Stoke Rat, as chairman of the planning committee, has voted against this proposal, we cannot overturn his casting vote. If you persuade Mr. Stoke Rat to change his mind, then it may be possible to resubmit your appeal. Yours sincerely, Bryberry Planning Ombudsman. Now, did you get rid of that?
Well, the show must go on. Will I do the next act, and then I'll grant your dearest wish, another coffee break.
I don't like this cave. I like the light. I don't want to be a troglodyte. My freedom means a lot to me. Oh, help me, Genie, set me free.
I'm back outside the cave once more. Now, just how do you work the door? Open up now. Concentrate. Hello, Al. Are you in there, mate?
Our pals rush back to Wishy's shop, intent on giving Ava the chop. Aladdin goes to ring the law, while Genie rushes through the door.
Quick, Avanon, you must hide. Aladdin's mad. He nearly died. Come here, because I know just what'll confuse him. Hide inside the bottle.
So Genie magicked him inside. You will be safe in there, he lied. He put the cork in, sealed it well, then said a lifetime porridge spell.
Oh, please let me out. I'm Avanana. I never really meant to harm her. It's just all these years of being bad have gone and sent me slightly mad.
I think a celebration's due. I'll do something great for you. If you bring all your clothes to me, then every second garment's free.
My brother's very mean, methinks. He ought to buy us all free drinks. Where is the princess? She should know. Aladdin's free to come and go.
Oh, Prince Bad Labrador, Aladdin knows you're not a whore. Come in here quickly. Tell them both. Let our Aladdin plight his troth.
Come here, my princess, and sit with me. I will love you eternally. That Ava's caused us so much pain, it's enough to drive a lad insane.
You mean you never thought me dumb or ugly as a camel's bum? So now we've righted Ava's wrongs. Come here, kiss me, use your tongue.
Avanana's tried in vain to make Al think his girl is plain, and so, to prove she's not a dog, the princess gives our Al a snog. I think our show could not go on before Aladdin gives her one. Before they reach the bedroom door, we'd better finish with Act 4.
Does anybody know any good jokes to cheer us all up?
Yeah. What was the last thing to go through Harry's mind when he hit the stage? His arse! Oh, God. Listen, now that Harry's no longer in charge, will you be able to lock up tonight, Sean?
I suppose so. I've got a key. I borrowed Adrian's keys and got a spare cut, so I could pop in earlier today to drop off the last few props.
I wish I had a genie like Sean in real life. Then maybe I could make some money from a small shop then.
I just hope we can go ahead with Panto. I've never been a princess before.
If anyone needs cheering up, we could always break open one of my new 25-kilogram milk chocolate bricks.
Adrian, are these your cutters I found in the props box?
Oh yeah, cheers. Yeah, I lost them at a rehearsal when we brought them down to do some adjustments on the set.
Oh well, it must be G&T time.
So, armchair sleuths, I have some ideas, but need your assistance. Who is the murderer? And how and why did they do it? Please put your answers in the comment box at the bottom of the screen, and all will be revealed soon.